What if cats disappeared overnight? It's a Tuesday morning, your alarm goes off. You reach down to the end of the bed to pet your cat. Nothing there. You figure she's hiding somewhere. You check her food bowl, full, untouched. You check under the couch, behind the TV, in the closet, gone. You go outside and ask your neighbor if she's seen anything. Weird. Her cats are gone too. Then someone on your street starts yelling. Turns out every cat on Earth vanished at exactly 3:17 a.m., and nobody knows why. So, what actually happens next? Let's start small, like mouse-size small. Here's something your cat never got credit for. She was basically the entire reason your kitchen didn't have rats in it. Cats are hardwired killing machines. The average house cat kills somewhere between 10 and 20 small animals every 6 months, and that's just the ones they bother to bring home. Globally, free-roaming cats kill somewhere between 1 and 4 billion birds and up to 22 billion small mammals every single year in the US alone. That is not a typo, that is billion with a B. So the day after they disappear, nothing dramatic happens. You go to work, life feels a little emptier, a little quieter. You miss the attitude. You miss being ignored. Week 2, though, that's when things start to get interesting. Rodent populations don't wait around. Scientists actually tested this on a small island in New Zealand when cats were nearly wiped out. Within a short time, the local rat population had quadrupled, and rats don't just sit in the corner being annoying. They eat grain supplies. They chew through electrical wiring. They contaminate water sources. They carry fleas, and those fleas carry diseases, leptospirosis, hantavirus, and yes, the same family of bacteria responsible for the bubonic plague, the thing that killed roughly a third of Europe in the 1300s. Cats weren't the only thing standing between us and that, but they were definitely part of the wall. And now the wall is gone. But wait, here's the twist nobody talks about. Cats weren't just killing rats. They were killing everything. Birds, rabbits, lizards, frogs. Without cats, some of those species actually start to bounce back. Certain songbirds that had been getting picked off for decades suddenly have a fighting chance. In places where cats were an invasive species, meaning humans brought them somewhere they didn't naturally belong, their disappearance is genuinely good news for local wildlife. So it's not all bad, just mostly bad. Because here's where the food chain math gets messy. More rats means more pressure on crops. More crop damage means less food. And without cats keeping rabbit populations in check, you get what happened on Macquarie Island, a real place where cat removal caused rabbit numbers to explode so fast they stripped entire hillsides of vegetation, which then destroyed the habitat for other animals entirely. One removal, entire ecosystem reshuffled. Nature does not do simple. Now let's zoom out. Because cats aren't just animals, they're an industry. There are roughly 600 million cats on Earth. Over 200 million people own one. In the US alone, there are more than 74 million pet cats, and the global pet industry is worth over $260 billion. Cat food, cat toys, cat carriers, cat vets, cat hotels, all of it gone overnight. Millions of jobs gone. Entire companies gone. The pet food industry alone would take a hit so massive that the grain and meat supply chains behind it would need to completely restructure. And then there's the internet. This one's not a joke. Cat content drives a genuinely significant chunk of internet traffic and ad revenue. Cat videos on TikTok alone have racked up over 45 billion views. Grumpy Cat, one single grumpy cat, generated over $100 million in merchandise. The internet as we know it was partly built on cat content. It sounds absurd, but the economics are real. Entire media companies, influencer careers, and brand marketing strategies are built around feline content. Overnight, that ecosystem collapses. But here's the part that actually hits different. Cats have been with us for almost 12,000 years. The oldest known pet cat was buried alongside a human on the island of Cyprus 9,500 years ago, long before the pyramids, long before written language. When agriculture started and humans began storing grain, cats were there. They didn't get domesticated because we chose them. They chose us. They walked out of the wild, realized we were accidentally running a 24/7 rodent buffet, and never left. Ancient Egyptians didn't just like cats, they worshipped them. Killing one carried the death penalty. They had a goddess with a cat's face named Bastet. They mummified cats by the hundreds of thousands. Archaeologists have found over 300,000 cat mummies in a single site. And then the Middle Ages came along and people started fearing cats instead of revering them. Cat populations in parts of Europe collapsed. And some historians point to that exact period as one of the reasons rodent-borne disease spread as easily as it did. Correlation isn't causation, but it's uncomfortable. The point is, every time humans and cats have been separated throughout history, something has gone wrong. Rodents got bolder, crops got raided, disease got a foothold, so here we are, a few months after the disappearance. Your city is dealing with a rat problem that pest control can't keep up with. Farmers are reporting grain losses they've never seen before. The internet has gotten noticeably less fun, and there's a strange silence in the evenings. No purring, no knocking things off tables for no reason, no slow blink from across the room. You'd think losing an animal that spent half its life ignoring you wouldn't hurt this much. Turns out the cat was the one holding things together. It just didn't want you to know that. If you like this video, you'll probably like that one. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't.